Hi Aries, welcome to Tarot Readings by Roxby. I am going to do your weekly general and love reading for the week of January 29th to February 4th, 2017. My new subscribers, welcome, and thank you guys so very much for taking the time to subscribe to the channel. So, Aries, for my new subscribers, if this reading does not resonate with you, please look at your moon or your rising, your Venus sign. Also, there's no gender. It's whoever it is for you. It's a private reading. It's a general reading. Private readings, that stuff matters, but not in the generals. Those of you that would like a private reading with me, all of my contact info will be below the video. We are looking at, as of right now, 10 to 14 days, give or take. I do try to stay on top of them, like ASAP. So, all right, let's get started. We are using Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine's Guardian Angel Tarot. I did change it up again, Aries. Those of you that have been following me from the beginning know that I like to do that a lot here. So, 3 tarot cards, from the Angel Tarot. The rest are by Doreen Virtue. I have an overall energy card. For your love portion, I have 3 romantic, the romantic tarot cards. Lo Sorbetto, I'm a big fan of his, love his cards. And I'm also going to pull 3 romance angels cards. I already have them pulled for you. So Aries, let's see what the week holds. I am going to just flip over. All right, let's do this first. Your overall energy. Inner power. These are Healing with the Fairies. I don't have these cards long, but I love them. Okay, so what do we got? Inner power. I feel like there could be some big transformation for you guys this week. Maybe something coming to light. Enlightenment. But with this card, you're now allowing yourself to, experience and express, your true power. It's safe for you to, to be powerful, to be who you want to be. You have within you all the power, of the universe. No one is more powerful than you. Spiritually minded, being impossible for you to, minus or abuse your power. Your spirit guides will bring you opportunity, to use and expand your power this week in ways, that's going to bring you great blessings, to you, to people around you. It's you having the power, the strength, the clarity, the information. I mean, this card has nothing to do with that, but it's just what I feel like so far. Because we have the moon in this card, we do have the star too, and that is joy, peace, and happiness. But I'm more drawn to, the yellow, the butterfly. Like you're making a wish and you want some sort of wish to happen, but they're gotta be true. Because these cards I'll tell, or these. Like you're wishing for something to happen, but I feel like you're gonna find out the truth or be more enlightened more than anything. But have the power and the strength to get past it, whatever it is. That's just the overall energy. For the rest, then for others of you, about taking back your power, what the card really means, could be, for the rest of you. All right, so your first card, okay, wow, the Sun. Beautiful. Wow. Major Arcana, life altering, messages from the universe. Another Major Arcana, the Empress. Listen, some of you could be really finding out you're pregnant this week, giving birth, Aries, with these two cards. Right off the bat, front and center. Yeah, definitely. That's a big transformation. That's a huge new beginning. Um, Relationships blossom under the sun. There's new beginnings with the Empress. Joy, peace, and happiness. And why? Life experience. All right, listen. That is the Tower card, okay? There is definitely a big secret coming to light this week for some of you. Huge enlightenment. Okay, so the Sun card would be Leo. Okay. Sun, Moon, or Rising, fire element. So Aries, Leo, Sag. The Empress would be Earth element, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Yeah, I mean, really, and the Tower, what more would be life-changing and just life-altering than having a baby? Really, I think a lot of you are going to get pregnant this week. This really screams that. Find out that you're pregnant. Deliver this week. You could adopt a child this week. Others of you, definitely. I mean, the Sun is great epiphanies are possible this week. I mean, there's truth and revelation coming to light for all of you this week, Aries. I mean, regardless of how this plays out, I just, for some of you, you could be keeping the secret of being pregnant and not telling anybody. Aries, if that's the truth, if that's the case for a small, probably one of you, that's probably not a good idea, Aries. It's a very strong message, and it's three major arcanas. I mean, major arcana cards are highly spiritual cards. Universe is speaking to you strongly, trying to tell you something, promote something, or make you very aware of something within your life. And it's going to be exposed. It really could, I don't want to be mean and say blow up in your face, but really that's what I'm getting. Like, you babe, or whoever this is for, you can only keep a secret for so long. You have the strength to come forth and bring this. All right. Now for others of you. I mean, still, there's something big that's going to come to light this week. The Tower is all about sudden change, revelation. But really, I'm seeing it as really anything that has been hidden is going to be exposed. So anybody who's carrying a secret where you might, it doesn't necessarily, I can't even speak, where it may just not necessarily be a baby. It's a secret where you aren't sharing and you feel like you have it under control, that you feel where you're safe with it, secure with it, grounded with it. That is over. That's definitely, that's over. You can't, that's, what, I don't even know what to say. So listen, like I said, if the reading doesn't resonate with you, definitely, look at your moon, your rising signs. 90% of the time when I see the Tower, it's trying to tell you that you need to break out of something old, outdated. It 90% of the time it's welcomed. It's anticipated. Like it's it's coming. Something is brewing. Okay? And you feel the need to feel free, to break from the chaos. Or some sort of event is going to bring you clarity and awareness. Understanding. It could be a card, especially in this deck, where some of you, there's so many things that could cause life experiences, like right down, getting married, having a baby, right down to graduating from high school, college. They're all life experiences that, that you experience on a daily basis. It's just a big revelation, especially with the Sun card there. That's it. With the Empress, it just, like what I said, those of you that are, for some of you, you could be, getting into a new relationship with the Empress, absolutely. New beginnings. Would be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Again, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Where, she would be, or he, where it's time to, it is a card of prosperity. Wealth, abundance, feeling financially secure, stable, grounded. You could be assured that, whatever you're putting out there will be very successful. Anything that you put your mind to. It's a card of definitely being able to manifest your dreams, taking your power, using your power, to manifest, whatever it is that you are trying to manifest, find out, realize, understand. Um, it is a card of nurturing. You could be stars. The sun would represent, again, I did say that already. That's it. Understanding this week. Enlightenment. Big time. The truth. Changes. Good for good or for bad. Major changes. Let's see what Archangel Michael says. Admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. Now, let me say this too, also. If it is not you, it would be the person that you're thinking about. I'm so sorry, excuse me. Let me grab a quick drink. I've been doing reading after reading. Okay. The person that you're thinking about, you're involved with. Somebody needs to definitely, admit the truth or something. It's a card of, like, literally heal or leave an unhealthy situation. Don't compromise. Face your fears. Have the power and the strength to do that this week, Aries, whatever it is. Hold loving thoughts about yourself. Don't feel like, the Empress does have a lot to do with, our bodies and how we, how do I want to explain this? Okay. Like, I'll take me for example. I did a lot of exercising this summer. I like to walk with my dog a lot. And the bottom, short and sweet, I got way too skinny this year. I'm at like 107 pounds. And I'm very self-conscious about that. And I barely fit in a size 0. I mean, I did. I lost a lot of weight, and I never thought that I'd ever be, and I'm 47 years old. I never thought I'd be trying to gain weight at my age, but, so I'm self-conscious about that. I don't know, I needed to say that, because the Empress does represent, like, our bodies and how we feel about our bodies. She is definitely a woman. She's a woman for me in any reading. She is the mother of the tarot. She's the other half of the High Priestess. She's very feminine. And I guess because of this card, just, you need to hold loving thoughts about yourself. I guess that's why. Some of you just could be feeling, you know what I mean. But then for others of you, this card is, that there's some sort of feeling, and it's a very important feeling, that you're trying to ignore. But, and and I told you guys this before, if it's a secret, this feeling urges you to definitely be honest with yourself, other people. Archangel Michael says clearly with this card that, facing the truth will be healing. It will give you direction and the guidance that the clarity that you're seeking. Like, you want to come forth, you have that inner urging as a woman, I feel too, that If it's the secret about the baby, okay? It just fits, guys. I'm sorry. Or whatever the secret is. Especially if you're a woman holding this secret. And it's a secret. You're worried about making life changes with this card. Archangel Michael is guiding you. All of your needs will be met. Your relationships will stay healthy. I think, it's also a card that speaks of, either heal a relationship or leave one. I mean, we'll see what your love cards say. I'm sure that's going to tie in as to why. But, yeah, let's move along. Okay. Wow. What a clarification from Loving Words from Jesus. Be not afraid, only believe. Mark 5:36. Do not be afraid, only believe. Wow. Believe that it will be okay. Ascendant Masters, let it go. Alright, so for some of you, it's definitely time to stop struggling, pushing, forcing things to happen. You push against the universal flow that lead to frustration and blocks when you do that. Let the situation go to spirit. Definitely, it's a week of, letting go of struggle, anger, unforgiveness, anything undesirable. Just believe that the universe is on your side. Let go of an argument, judgments, long-term hurt. Be gentle with yourself again with this card too. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done wrong. Listen, just that card just contradicted everything I said. I feel like for everybody else, except for this pregnancy secret, I mean, with that card, with this card, if you let it go to spirit, you do automatically, you open up those supportive doors that will bring solutions and an outcome, exceeding your expectations. And definitely you need to trust in the universe, that the universe is on your side. Maybe for the week, if you don't feel ready. Others of you that are going to enter into a new relationship, definitely let things from the past go. This has a lot to do with self this week too, for some of you. Not having, the confidence, the strength. But for the majority of you, seriously, I don't know what it is, but I think you guys are in for it. I don't know. Maybe it'll be in the love cards. Let's flip them over. Okay, Page of Pentacles, the Sun card, again, and the Three of Pentacles. Well, the Tower definitely could. If you're in a love triangle, that is definitely a possibility. Could blow up this week. Aries, this is a very interesting reading for you guys. You guys aren't usually so intense. Okay, the Page of Pentacles in this deck, I mean, love is challenging, for sure. It's Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. For some of you, love is challenging. You maybe, for others of you, it's an opportunity to start over with someone new. Definitely a chance to get out of this love triangle, for sure. Definitely the truth is coming out, guys. We have it here again. This is the romantic tarot. And clearly with this card, it represents that, it is the hour of truth. Like, the time is now. The time has come. And it's time to, face the truth. Love becomes very clear this week. This clarity is going to be long-standing, definitely. With the Three of Pentacles, for some of you, your instincts are right on. If you're suspicious that this is going on, that's coming to light this week. It's like, with the Three of Pentacles, it's something powerful. It's not just about your instincts. It's, your powerful thoughts. Your inner power. Absolutely. That's these two cards. Yes. Wow. That's it. It's your inner power. That's your intuition. Your guidance. Maybe even your friends. Maybe, let your friends help you is in the love portion here. But let's flip over these cards. Look at that. Free yourself from this love triangle. The time has come. It's time to take back control of your life. It's time to clear that energy. With the Sun, this could be the one you've already met, the romantic partner you seek. It could be an earth sign. Sun, Moon, or Rising. It would be younger. Pages are, definitely 18 to 20. They could, 25, 26, but they could just also be, young at heart too, but more grounded, stable, secure. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So, okay, it could be reconciliation in your marriages, in this, whatever this is that comes to light, this secret is. This could definitely, reconcile your differences, start fresh and new. For others of you, someone from your past, could be returning to your life. It doesn't necessarily mean someone that you had a romantic relationship with, but it could. But it's definitely somebody you worked with, somebody that you know, for sure. Could be an earth sign, could be a Leo. But others of you, this enlightenment, whatever it is really it's going to set you free. In some sort of way. I don't mean like, literally you're just going to pick up and leave. I mean, some of you may. Then others of you, there's forgiveness, Some of you aren't going to just let it go. But the overall energy really, it's all about clarity, the truth, transformation, new beginnings. New beginnings that bring you to joy, peace, and happiness. You have the power to create this. Use your inner God-given power this week, Aries. Please. Okay, Aries, that is all that I have for you. I hope this message helped you guys out for the week. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to view the video. I hope you guys have a blessed and fantastic week. But I will see you guys very shortly. The love monthlies or the monthly general readings are right behind these. I cannot speak. I probably need to take a break. Okay, Aries, take care and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.